me?
What's working to me?
This petty crap you're pulling.
I don't know.
Have a seat. How you doing?
Fine.
Things at home okay?
Yeah?
Derek got out this morning, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
He was one of my students. You knew that, right? Honors English. He was a brilliant student. Like you. But he hung out with simple-minded fools. Also, like you.
Look, Sweeney, did you bring me in here to talk about Derek? Because what happened to him has nothing to do with me.
Everything you do right now has something to do with Derek.
Look, I followed directions. I wrote an A paper.
Mein Kampf? I should expel you.
Go ahead. What, you don't think I could handle it?
No, I think the street would kill you. Your rhetoric and your propaganda aren't going to save you out there. So here's the drill. I'm your history teacher from now on. We will discuss current events. We will call this class American History X. We meet once a day. All right, your first assignment is to prepare for me a new paper due tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Sweeney. It took me a week to read Mein Kampf. That isn't fair. Well, what do you want me to do it on?
Your brother.
Oh, God, man. Please tell me you're joking.
No, I'm not kidding. I want you to analyze and interpret all the events surrounding Derek's incarceration. How these events helped shape your present perspective concerning life in contemporary America. The impact on your life, your families. Whatever you want to say. I'll be the only one reading. But if it's not on my desk tomorrow morning, you are a ghost at Venice Beach High.
Yeah, clear.
Hey everyone, this is episode 53, and we're calling this one Some Legacies Must End.
Yes.
We are your hosts, James Warney, and I, Wesley Swanson.
Oh, yeah.
And you are now listening to the Drop the Mic podcast.
Yes.
Straight out of San Diego.
Oh, yeah. We're here.
Tonight we're talking about the heavy-handed 90s film American History X and its production/release troubles. But first, we have our usual segment.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
You want to kick us off, James?
Yeah. All right. So I talked about this a couple episodes ago, the Lost in Space Netflix series that's coming out.
That's right.
About next week, I think. And the trailer at least looked really good to me, and I'm kind of intrigued by it. But so far, I guess some people have gotten some early looks at it, and they say it's visually amazing, but has problems driving the plot, and it reminds them a lot of Prometheus, as in really smart people doing really stupid things in certain situations where they should obviously know better.
That's something that happens a lot within not just the horror genre, but sci-fi horror too.
Yeah.
I noticed that as they use that as a plot device. Let's have them just make stupid decisions the entire way through, so that conveniently things can bad happen to them. Because
it's the way they can drive the plot or further along the story and everything. But I hope that's not the case. I didn't have too much of a problem with Prometheus and what was the other one after that?
Alien Covenant?
Covenant, yeah. There was stupid stuff, like them going into the forest without any type of breathing, stuff, and then getting infected that way. But
what about Life? Did you ever see Life?
I still haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's about scientists in space, right? And they're kind of conducting this research experiment on this how do you symbiote or whatever you want to call it. And when the shit hits the fan, a few people they make really dumb decisions, and these people are supposed to be smart people, and that's what's weird. It's like, but I get it, like the flight or fight scenario
that
thing.
Fear maybe sets in, and then kind of all your training kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, but then why in Covenant is that girl, she kind of takes on the Ripley thing, and she's like scaling the sides of spaceships and whatnot. Lots of suspension of disbelief there.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that it's not that bad, because I don't know if you've seen the trailers or not, but it looks good. I hope it's good, and I hope it's something that Netflix continues to create more seasons of. If it's good.
Hopefully you're not eating your words later.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll find out when it comes out next week. I'll probably binge through it and have a nice little review of it or something.
Okay.
But what else? Creed 2, the sequel to Creed, has begun filming, and Sylvester Stallone released a video from set just to let people know that they're starting now. And
is Coogler directing again?
I think so.
The same.
I think so. Yeah.
This is the Black Panther director.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So I'm really interested in that one, because I love the first one. It was a cool little spin-off of the Rocky franchise.
Yeah, I think. Without bringing Rocky back again.
Yeah.
That was a fun, unexpected. I remember when that came out. It was very unexpected.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. I think it's arguably better than Southpaw, which came out around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Southpaw.
Yeah.
What else do we have? So we got some leaked photos from a Brisk Tea ad that may reveal what Tom Hardy's Venom looks like, because it's a black cherry flavor, Brisk, and the whole the plastic that's wrapped around the bottle is black, and then it says black cherry, and then Brisk, and then Venom in the Venom comic book writing with a picture of Venom's face on the.
But it's the Venom from the movie,
that's what they're saying.
Speculation?
They're speculating that this is an ad or a future ad that got leaked somehow.
But that's not from. Or we are getting that?
We are going to get that.
Okay.
Supposedly. I mean, this is just what was leaked.
Is it a Venom flavor? They calling it Venom Black Cherry?
Yeah, it's like Venom Black Cherry. Mm-hmm. So
I can dig that.
You can look it up. I'm pretty sure it's if you look it up, Brisk Venom Tea, it'll probably pop up. So that's pretty interesting. He looks pretty cool. There's not really very much you can change with the way Venom looks. If you know how he looked in Spider-Man 3. Mm-hmm. It looks a little similar to that. I mean, there's not really, like I said, can't really change him too much, or he wouldn't be Venom.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good, and I'm excited to see what else they do with that.
Yeah.
But some Stranger Things news: the Duffer Brothers are being sued by filmmaker Harlow Kessler. Mm-hmm. He explained that the Duffer Brothers stole his idea that he pitched to them in 2014 at a film festival called the Montauk Project. And what's funny is when the Duffer Brothers were in the early stages of them pitching this, they instead of being in a set of Indiana, they were actually in Montauk. So there might be some truth to this.
Oh.
And it's called his movie was called The Montauk Project, and
so it was obviously first intended to be a movie.
Yeah, and I guess he pitched it to them, or maybe just kind of told them about it, and nobody picked up his idea, but they picked up the Duffer Brothers.
But I mean, the Duffer Brothers took them a long time. They were going around to every studio with the Stranger Things premise, and everyone was like, no.
Until Netflix picked it up.
Yeah, until finally.
It's like, oh yeah, sure.
Netflix.
Let's just try it out.
But it must be, if this is true, that must be very frustrating to see his, his baby essentially, this pop culture phenomenon.
Yeah.
And it was his idea.
So far, the Duffer Brothers and Netflix have not responded to any of these allegations. Probably sometime we will hear something soon, probably. But as of right now, I guess they're maybe not too worried about it. But
honestly, if you're gonna, they should have just brought. If this is true, mind you, what I'm about to say, if this is true, but why not just cut him in? You know, or bring him on the team to to do some kind of consulting or get his permission, or you know what I mean. Bring him on. Just be. It's not hard not to be an asshole. You just be like, yo, we really liked your pitch, and we got inspired, and we have this TV show we want to do, and just bring him on.
Yeah.
And this wouldn't be happening because
because now Netflix and the Duffer Brothers are kind of in a tough situation, and it's kind of with that, it's kind of hard to really. I don't know the full the evidence that he has against them, if it's true or not, but it's kind of hard to believe this guy. I mean, it could be he could just say, "Hey, I thought of that," and I mean, there's things that I've thought of before, but I've never told anybody. And then a movie gets made about similar to things, or a TV show, the premise of a TV show. And it's like, oh, I kind of thought of that when I was 12, but I'm not going to sue somebody over that.
Interestingly enough, I have a personal story.
Okay.
I just went, my buddy Danny, who I hope we can have on the show, he's a comedian up in LA. He actually wants to come on soon. But he was just telling, he came down to San Diego over the weekend, and we went to have Korean barbecue.
Okay.
And he was telling me and my buddy this story about how he, when he went to film school, he made his own film.
Yeah.
And he says that the premise is similar to Blockers, which you're going to see tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
A special screening of, and he was like, they stole my idea. So that kind of falls into what we were saying is sometimes we have these ideas, and then other people, however they get the idea, they actually do something with it and take it out, and it's always kind of frustrating to see something that you
thought of essentially before that was a thing. Yeah, and it's
all in who you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
How far you're willing to take it.
They basically didn't give up, and this guy. Harlow, he must have given it up pretty quick, and they kind of benefited from that. And I'm not. And
it sounds like they probably borrowed bits and pieces.
That's what he's saying, because his thing is supposed to be kind of like a secret government experiments that go wrong in this town in Montauk or whatever, and it involves kids, teenagers or whatever, something like that. But I thought that was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting story.
Yeah.
What else do we have? The last little bit of news of Ready Player One is #1 at the box offices this week.
Wow! So it's kicked out Pacific Rim already then.
Yeah.
Very short.
Short-lived at the top.
Yeah. Right.
A new king has arisen. But yeah, that's all my news for this week.
Cool.
Short and sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I just have a little bit of news as well.
All right.
So let's jump right into that. The Purge has a prequel coming this summer. I'm sure everybody's heard that. And now they have a spin-off TV series, which is to be hosted by USA Network and Sci-Fi. Anthony Hemingway has been hired to direct the pilot. He's also worked on American Horror Story, which he's big for, and The People versus O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
I'm not really big on The Purge. I like the first one. I think the premise is great.
Yeah.
But now it seems like they're pulling a Saw with it, where they just they won't let it die, no matter what. They are going to keep milking this until
people keep going to see it.
They run it into the